Welcome back to learning Revit structure. In this lesson, we'll cover selecting elements. So within the model for this lesson, we have a structural grid and structural columns placed at the intersection of the grids. How do we go about selecting columns? To do various things. One, to look at properties, or maybe we need to move or align them, or delete them. Well, first, let's zoom in around a couple of these columns. Now, one method is to simply zoom in, move your mouse over the column, and left click it. Once you left click it, it'll highlight, showing placement dimensions, and also you'll see the properties area on the left depicting the properties of the column. To deselect, just click in the white background area or click Modify in the upper left. Now, another method is to drag a window around what you want to select. But depending on the direction that you drag the window, more things may select than what you really want. Let's start by dragging a window from right to left. To do that, hold the left mouse button down in the open white area and then start to drag your mouse left. What you'll notice is the box is dashed. However, if you move your mouse to the right, notice the box is solid. Let's go left. So if you drag your mouse left, notice anything this dashed box surrounds or crosses, it'll actually select. So it's a crossing window. When you release the mouse, it selects these multiple items. Now I see 3 are selected because on the left in the property area it says common 3. And the drop down is depicting what it actually selected. But let's say you only want to actually choose that column. Well, you can use the filter button on the ribbon to the right, click filter, and here it's depicting what you selected, 2 grid lines and 1 column. Well, if I don't want the grid, simply uncheckmark the grid, click OK. Now only that single column is selected. To deselect again, click in the background or click Modify in the upper left. Now let's do the same procedure but drag left to right. Click in the open area in the white background, hold the left mouse button down and drag your mouse to the right. This is a solid window or a selection window. It's only selecting what it surrounds or encompasses. Hence, you can see I'm over the grid lines, but the grid lines aren't totally contained within this window, just the column. Therefore, when you release the mouse, it only selects the column. Click in the background again to deselect. Now, another method of selecting is selecting what you previously selected. So without any command started, if you right-click your mouse, you have an option here to previously select or select previous. Doing so will pick that previous column you selected. Now, another method to select all of the columns in this view or all of the columns within your Revit project is to first select one, any of the methods that we just covered. Once that column is selected, right-click your mouse again, and then from here, you can hover over Select All Instances either in this visible view or in the entire project. If you click Visible in View, that will highlight every one of these columns that is in this view, but not in any other floor or level or other places that's not depicted in this view. If you did the entire model, that would select everything in the entire model. Now, again, to deselect those, simply just click in the background and that deselects. So as a review, in this lesson, we talked about selecting elements. We looked at the different methods of selecting something, such as just clicking on it with your left mouse button, or dragging a window from left to right or right to left. If you drag a window from right to left, in which the window is dashed, it selects everything the window crosses. If you drag a window from left to right, and that window is solid, it only selects what's internal. Now, you can always select previous, selecting or reselecting what you previously selected. And if you have something selected, you can right-click and select all instances in the visible view or select all instances in the entire project.